Well, we've arrived at Willeye Hole campsite, and not staying on the field where I thought we were staying, but we are on the off-grid site. And what a stunning view. That's the view out of the cab. And it's about 30 degrees. It's the end of the heat wave. It's meant to be getting cooler tomorrow, but there was a nice little breeze here because we're on this hill. So our daughter's arriving tomorrow, is going to be up there. That's the main campsite. It's a couple of showers and toilets. Really large pitches. A stunning view, and these are all the different villages with the contests all around us. I believe Uppermill is up that way. But we're going across to a band room on Wednesday night and Thursday, which is just over the other side of the event field, which is where I thought we were, but that's now closed apparently until Friday. Otherwise we'll be the only one there. It's a good view, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely here.
Is there anything on the other side of that wall?
Yeah, the field.
It's beautiful.
And the water's just there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think we were going to get level, but that's fine. Let's get the awning sorted. So the rest of the band are arriving. A lot of them are down on the electric pitches down the bottom, and some of the larger off-grid motorhomes are up where we are. And there's a walk here, so we're just going to explore. So nice view over the campsite. So we've walked along this way, which we met some dog walkers that tells us that you can walk down to Tesco's, which I presume what do we think is in Greenfields.
Yeah, which way?
This is part of the Tame Valley Loop, and whatever PBW stands for. So, Paddington Bear Way. So because it's hot and humid at the moment, and as usual we need what?
Wee.
No, you can't say that on camera. We need a cup of tea.
And a wee.
And a wee. So I was hoping there'd be some views over the valley, but the trees, nature has got in the way. So we did set up, well, we didn't set up the proper awning because I've forgotten the correct connection, because it's a Vango Air awning which has a weird connection on it, and I think I've left that in the garage attached to the foot pump. So that's the path coming along there as we come back, and there is this horse riding school area. It's worth knowing this, we spoke to some people, because there is a bin there that you can use for your poo bags. And a place to mount your horse.
Does anybody use it?
I don't know, I presume so. So there's a newish bench which has a good view, because when you sit down here you're looking straight at Gustav. So I think you can hear, because it's actually got quite windy now, but coming over from the valley down there is the sound of brass bands practicing, because a lot of brass bands today will be practicing outside, ready for the contest, because that's what you do, play outside. But there is a brass band rehearsing down there somewhere. Good morning. We're now on our way down the same path, but we're going to see if we can do a circular walk heading towards Uppermill direction. We're not sure if we're going to make it that far.
I'll tell you what was nice, those people on the horses, they moved over to the side
and said thank you. And said thank you,
but yeah, they didn't sort of walk next to us, they moved so they were distance.
Yeah, there's quite a few people out on this path this morning running, Of course, we've done that early morning before
we
the
did
heat.
that before we got the GoPro out.
We went running before we got up. It was in our dreams.
Like Pickle does.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're more or less back to where we were when we ended that walk yesterday, which is coming up round the corner, and then we're going to hang a left. So we've just come over this bridge by the river. And then you can sort of go either way, but this is the pretty way to go apparently. Looking at Google Maps, this follows the river round and into the town.
Very fast flowing.
Yeah, we just met a lady with 2 golden retrievers who we stopped and had a lovely chat. That's the noise of a golden retriever in the background. I'm going to think about actually walking into Uppermill first. So she suggested that we go down and walk along the canal, so that's what we're going to do. We came out of the walk just over on the other side of that road, which brings you out opposite Tesco's. And Rachel's just going to pop into Tesco's. We've got a river here, and then I think that's a river, not yeah, so it's a river. On the other side there, just hidden, is the pub, which is called the Kingfisher, which someone on the Adamo group had recommended that we might want to frequent or use halfway, but we're actually going to be moving on a little bit further, and we're going to try and walk into Uppermill. So yeah, there's the Kingfisher, apparently very nice. And we're waiting now outside Tesco's, and there's a marina opposite. Seen better days. So the Kingfisher pub has got lovely seating outside right next to the canal, and then you come out onto the marina. We decided actually not to go to Uppermill today because we're going to be there on Friday, so we've turned around and we're coming back along the canal, back towards the campsite. So we're approaching a road bridge, so I think this is where we get off, and we've seen the campsite to our left. So if we get off here, and then I think there's another pub, and then we'll go down towards the campsite. This is Bridge 82, and this is where we're going to go back onto the road. Oh, I can see Gustav in the distance. And we're coming down the hill now. It's quite a busy road, but opposite the campsite. If you've seen any of our previous episodes, you know I've got a daughter called Sarah. Sarah's just arrived with her car tent that we bought at the NEC a couple of years ago, which I seem to remember coming away and paying for initially. Rachel's been watching.
Did you see the sunset? So should you scotch this over with bread?
That looks quite good, doesn't it?
What?
The car tent. Of course, I've done most of the work.
You've done nothing.
Rachel's held the dogs.
I'm supervising. I'm checking the seat for it, if it works.
It works quite well. But she's going to be using our facilities, which is why she's up here next to us. I had to take the flag down last night because it did make a lot of noise. It got very, very windy. Give you a quick guide around this car tent. It's not quite set up properly yet.
Oh, but it's too tight.
So it attaches on to the wheels, so you can have the boot up and onto the front of the car. and then again onto the wheels and down the side. And the annex is a separate bit which we bought, so it's 2 purchases. That's the main bit you buy, and then there's different things you can add on to it, so we bought the annex. So Sarah's got a main living area, and you can close off the boot part of it or have it open, and there's a ground sheet to go down, and then this is the annex. It's like an inner tent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was separate.
So there are 3 air beams, so you've got one going that way, one going this way, and then one that goes up and around over there. So you can do it with a hand pump, but we've lent Sarah the electric pump, certainly as we haven't been using it for ours because we didn't put ours up in the end. So a lot of space in there once it's set up. Now it does come with these sort of what I call toy tent pegs, which they don't have any grip on them, so I've lent Sarah our practice. I think she no, I bought those. I've lent her the plastic ones which have a lot more grip, so certainly on this side, because we've got the wind rolling in from the valley over there, so it's got a bit more grip on this side.
I can't open the gate. You have to close it as well.
No, they're not stinging. Right, so we're on our way to our practice, which is at Uppermill Band Room, which is just over the road from Welly Hole. Did you say it wasn't called Welly Hole?
Welly Hole.
Welly Hole. Well, it's spelt Welly Hole, isn't it?
That was by the locals, Welly Hole.
So Sarah's going to be on stage, huh?
Can you guess? We'll go that way.
You see, this is where I came last year. Yeah. Apparently they open this field only today and tomorrow.
That makes sense, because then they're not going to get fully booked.
That's the event field, so that's where I thought we'd all be. So I was down there, which was very nice.
For us all to have been together.
Yeah, and that's the band room there. And hopefully we're going to meet Leslie, who's from my school days. We were at junior school together, and I've recently found out that she now plays for Uppermill, and she's going to open the band room for us. We have our little practice.
I think that's a sports one.
Yeah. So how did you do that with the dogs?
Well, they jumped. So there was a man that just lifted his little 17-year-old spaniel type dog over with harness.
You gotta go over. I was going to say you're going to go over another one, but there's a gate. Worryingly, there's no other band following. Are we too early?
Free up my third band. Yes, I may or may not.
Smile!
I'll work with that for now. We can have a straight
Right back to the beginning.
Really good.
Each of these, just listen to you tuning on this.
Water's made me really good.
You need to list from the beginning of that bar. Let's go from B. B. Okay, just make it slightly longer. Bar. 1, 2, 1. Okay, now if we go from. That's how that works. That's what we worked it out. We're going to try that. It's just some starting and stopping. Okay? So here we go then.
I got some good muggies of you. Oh, fine.
Try and build the
I've got lots of muggies of him. Heather.
Is that mugshot?
Yeah. Should I go like this? We are currently preparing to practice the march. Practice the march, I repeat. Practicing the march, practicing the march. Look at them all lining up. Beautiful guys, yay! Matty.
I just want to march to the end of the stop.
We got a roll,
I think stopping is the most important. No brakes. There's no counter marching, Hey! So we've decided to go off to the pub. The campsite has now got really full as people have arrived ready for Whit Friday. The big event field is starting to fill up as well. What's the pub we're going to?
I'm not entirely sure what it's called. Royal George?
Royal something at the end of this path, presumably. Because it's dog friendly.
We're not entirely sure. Well, the Kingfish is quite a walk, isn't it?
Well, that's 15 minutes down the other way. So up and out of the campsite, turn right, and the paths split here. Not sure which one goes where. They seem to have chosen to go this way. Panic over. They both go to the same place. That's the other path coming through. And the campsite on the side. So I won't say too much about the campsite because we believe that it might be changing hands. It's certainly closing on Sunday. I think it's fair to say that some people have found the reception a little bit blunt, and apparently reviews reflect that. We've not had any problems really, but some members of the band sort of reported back that they were spoken to a bit bluntly, like people were getting a little bit stressed. I guess there's a lot of people arriving for Whit marches, adds a bit of pressure, but yeah, facilities are not too bad, but not all working. And here's the pub on the other side of the road. The Royal George.
slide out. Is it working hard, is it? It is working quietly when I can see it goes immediately. Got tuned it. No, I tuned it to quietly. Tuned to burn out.
today? Where are we? Oh, correct, Pickle. We're in Uppermill. Why are we here, Sprocket? The Whit Friday marches, yes. And we're here for the service. Yes? Yes? Well done. Hello, Raquel.
Hello.
Hello, Raquel.
Ready to pick the girls up.
Yeah, get your instruments warm. Give them a little bit of blow. Tune up. Give a wave to the camera. Give a wave to the camera. Give a wave to the camera. Wave to the camera. Give a wave to the camera. Wave to the camera as you go past. So we're starting the contests tonight at Friezland. It starts at 4 o'clock. We are second band on. There's about 4 or 5 coaches here already. Already bumped into some friends, such as Chris, who was our principal cornet player at Central England, and he's playing with the universities and he plays with Unite. And some other friends that we've bumped into on the way, which is what happens at these sorts of events. So here's the Caravan and Motorhome Club concert band in their Christmas gear. And we'll just come and have a look at the snowman and the rerun. And so, as far as I understand it, we're going to be starting here and we go up and around. This was a very short one and the contest is over there. Our next one should be Greenfield, which is a very long march. So this is a short one to start us off, which is just as well as I have hurt my leg doing the marches this morning. So I'm limping a little bit. So we're just hoping I can walk with the band, otherwise I'll have to fall out and catch them up. Are we ready? Okay. Right, you can now.
So well done.
You see, it is. It's like an out-of-body experience.
No, you did good, kids. Right, we're staying out of the way now, girls.
Wave to the camera.
Whistle Band 29 will play Punchinello.
Thank you very much, Band 44. Thank you. You want to make your way off the stage that way? Follow the band exit and the orange netting. Wishing you all the best for the rest of the evening.
Where's Muddy?